Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing part 2 of our last video where we explained to you a little bit about our Staff of Domination as well as the Umbral Mantle. This will be the Umbral Mantle side of things. Let's get into it. Before I get to start explaining the combo, I need to let you guys know that for this example, we'll be using Llanowar Tribe. Here's Llanowar Tribe. You pay 3, you tap, and you add 3. It is a 3/3. Pretty cool. Incubation Druid is a 0/2 for a 2-drop. And she can tap to add 1 mana or tap to add 3 mana, depending on a hoop that you jump through. She also has Adapt 3, but we'll get to that. In this example, we will be using Llanowar Tribe. So, in order for this combination to work, you are going to need Umbral Mantle attached to Llanowar Tribe. Umbral Mantle is a 3-drop, so in order to have both of these out on the field, you need to have at least 2 turns where you have 3 mana. I will explain that his equip cost is a 0, so that's why I say 2 turns, because it's at 0. Now, Umbral Mantle states, equipped creature has pay 3, untap. This creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. So, let's equip it. The first thing you will do is you're going to tap Llanowar Tribe to add the 3 green mana to your mana pool. Okay, just so you can see, 3. Once you've added the 3, you are going to then use Umbral Mantle's ability, which states the equipped creature has this ability, which states, if I may pay 3, as you can tell, we've created the 3, now we can pay it to untap this creature, and it now gets +2/+2 until end of turn. So this is just a temporary buff. Because it is a 3/3, we're going to add a 5, so it becomes a 5/5. Now that Llanowar Tribe is a 5/5 and untapped, we paid the 3, so let's put this over here. We're going to tap it one more time. We're going to add the 3 that we just got rid of. And we are going to now pay Umbral Mantle's ability, which it is actually the equipped creature's ability. We're going to pay the 3 to untap Llanowar Tribe. And we are going to add 2 more 1/1 counters to this, okay? So this will now become a 7/7, and so on and so forth. Let's go ahead and give you guys a quicker example. Let's run through this a little quicker so that way you can understand the rinse and repeat. Umbral Mantle is a 0 equip. So we're going to equip it for 0. Now that Llanowar Tribe has the ability to where we can pay 3 and untap it, it gets 2/2 until end of turn. We're going to tap Llanowar Tribe to add 3 green mana. Then we're going to pay the 3 green mana in order to untap Llanowar Tribe. We're going to give him a +2/+2, which then he becomes a 5/5. Now that he is untapped, we're going to tap him once more to add the 3 green mana. We're going to pay the 3 green mana. Then we're going to add the 2/2 and untap Llanowar Tribe. Now Llanowar Tribe is a 7/7, and you can do this over and over and over until you choose, because it's untap and tap. So it's until you choose not to pay. Now that we've given you an example of how to use Llanowar Tribe and Umbral Mantle to create an infinite 2/2 combo, let's go ahead and show you how to use Incubation Druid in this same playstyle. The only issues that you're going to come up upon with Incubation Druid is that you need a land in order to add the 1 mana, and she needs a 1/1 counter in order to add 3 mana of that type instead. Her adapt is just too expensive in my opinion, so let's not focus on that. So in this example, let's assume you have 3 lands out. You were able to cast Incubation Druid turn 2, Umbral Mantle turn 3. You then are going to equip Umbral Mantle for 0 on turn 3. Then you're going to tap Incubation Druid to be able to add 1 mana of any that a land you control would produce. So let's go ahead and add a green, right? So once this has a green, that's just your extra. Now you have 4 mana. Let's go ahead and pay 3 to untap and add a 2/2 to Incubation Druid. That would make her a 2/4. Now that she's a 2/4, we're going to tap to now add 3 of 1 colored mana instead, because now she has that 1/1 counter. We'll take our dice, make it a 3. Then we're going to just simply pay the 3. Untap, give her another 2/2, making her a 4/4 to a 4/6. And you guys can understand how this works with Incubation Druid. Again, I don't want to go too into detail with her. Now you have a gist, understanding, a comprehension of how she can be played. Maybe a little more utilitist than Llanowar, especially since she is only a 2-drop instead of a 3-drop. But there is hoops you have to jump through. Just remember, this is a way to utilize Umbral Mantle. This isn't necessarily about these 2 creatures, but this is the example I can show you that Umbral Mantle paired with something that gives you 3 mana, gives you infinite +2/+2 temporarily until end of turn. So you really have to choose how to stack it that turn, but you can build up and build up for a really lethal swipe. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video.